Hey everybody, how the heck are ya? I'm Fastidious and welcome back to my channel. It is day 71 in the free-to-play series, and today, in-game, we all got a huge new update, 4.20. That brought stage 20 potion keeps, stage 25 artifact dungeons, and then a whole new slew of missions that come after the Arbiter missions that culminate in some crazy new Void Legendary champion called Ramantu Drakesblood. We go over him a bit and all the different changes that came with the update, but it's going to be a long time before we get that champion in particular on this account. However, we're making baby steps in progression. Particularly in this video, you're going to see Minotaur's Labyrinth, again, working on the masteries, and then a lot of Arena. We go on a big win streak. You'll see all of it. It's a lot of fun, so stick around. But for now, let's hop on in.
Fastidious.
Fastidious.
Here we go, guys. It is day 71 in the free-to-play series. In just a second, like always, we're going to get into our account here, our daily progression, all that good stuff. But first, I would be remiss if I did not mention the big news of the day, the in-game news, the community news, the new patch, update 420. 4.20. This is maybe the biggest update I've seen, or at least certainly one of the biggest that has come out since I started playing Raid Shadow Legends a year and a half ago. Exactly a year and a half ago this month, actually. But why is it so big? Let's start out with the missions. So if you look, guys, now, we are on part 3 of 7 of the missions. Until this morning, this was 3 of 4. The final part, part 4, with the big final reward Arbiter here, that was the end of it, right? We got 3 new parts. I think a lot of you guys probably know this already, but this is kind of huge. I actually don't know what the missions are yet. I haven't looked it up online. I kind of want it to be a surprise. Obviously, on this account, we're a ways off. On my main account, I'm only about 10 missions away from Arbiter. Spider 20 is kicking me in the butt, but everything else is done. So yeah, then I'll find out, and then maybe I'll report into you guys, but I kind of want to be surprised. But look at this, we get 3 more pages, chapters, parts, whatever you want to call it, part 5, part 6, part 7 of missions, and with them come big final rewards, and of course the normal rewards, which I assume are going to be pretty good along the way. So part 5, you get a Sacred Shard, part 6, 2 legendary books, part 7, we get a new beefy champion. So not just Arbiter we're getting from missions now. These aren't just the Arbiter missions, now they're also the Ramantu Drakesblood missions. This guy's pretty nutty. If you look at this skin, I just mentioned this like 2 or 3 days ago, they're just using and abusing the new model again and again. It's the shoulders back, the chest out, the lean, the weapon or the shield, whatever, and the wings. It's the Countess Lix model, it's the Ashelon model, the Cardio model, the Assisia Flame Tongue model. I'm probably forgetting 1 or 2 more. It's their new thing. Plarium's obsessed with it. We're eating it up. I actually don't like the skin very much at all. I think it's super weird. I was hoping this guy would be a Shadowkin. Maybe this was a mask or something, but apparently he's just a straight up lizard. Warrior, whatever. I don't know. He's fine. His skills are nuts. This is not a review, an overview, a guide, anything on this champion, so this is going to be as fast as possible. I'll just give you a quick look-see. This A1, pretty cool. I'm going to read all the skills, assuming he's 100% booked. If and when you get this guy, it's going to take a while for a lot of us, especially the free-to-players. You're going to book him. It might take a while, but you're going to book him. So, single target, 100% chance of increasing the cooldown of one of the target skills at random by 1 turn. Then, you get a 50% chance of placing a stun debuff on that target for 1 turn if a skill has its cooldown increased to max. So that random skill you increased by 1 turn of cooldown, if that pushes it up to the max, you got a 50-50 chance of throwing a stun out there. Also, if the cooldown increase is successful, will also decrease the cooldown of 1 random skill by 1 turn on an ally or the ally with the highest turn meter and a skill on cooldown. So what that means is if the ally on your team with the highest turn meter has no skills on cooldown, it will skip to the next one, so on, so on. I wonder if none of them had them on cooldown, would it come back around to Ramantu Drakesblood? Obviously, he'll have the least turn meter since he just went, but I wonder how that works. The A2, this is the craziest move maybe of the bunch. The A3 is the most unique, and it's really cool. The A2, this is just nuts. Quadruple hitter. You love to see as many hits as possible. 3 turn cooldown. When booked out, we got a 100% chance of placing first hit, decreased defense. Second hit, weaken, big version, 25%. Third hit, big version, decreased speed. Then fourth hit, block buffs. All those are for 2 turns, and that's nuts. And then if you land all 4, because here it says, actually it doesn't have to be all 4, but if this is an empty target, a naked target with no debuffs on them already, if you land all 4, you're getting 100% chance True Fear on top of all of that. But the actual condition is 100% chance of placing a True Fear debuff on all enemies AoE if the target, so it's single target, but you can get the AoE True Fear if the target then is left with 4 more debuffs after the attack. So, you know, maybe they already have some debuffs up. That would make it easier. But just load this guy with accuracy. For sure in PvE content, it'll be pretty easy to guarantee that you land all 4 of these big version, decreased defense, weakened speed, and then block buffs. It's pretty nuts. Pretty crazy move. And then the A3, really unique. And we get a new debuff, which I really like. I've always been wondering. I should have made a video because I've always been wondering where this debuff was in the game. They have it in other games, but now we finally get it here. So when ascended, AoE, 100% chance on a 3-turn cooldown when booked of removing all buffs from enemies before attacking. So a full strip, right? Then also 100% chance of placing a block active skills, which is just block cooldown skills. They renamed that debuff. So block active skills debuff for 2 turns on enemies without passive skills. But that they put that condition in because there's a 100% chance of placing a block passive skills debuff on enemies with passive skills. So you actually can lock out passive skills. So if you're going against the champions out there with the crazy passives, the Tormund, the Colds, the Underpriest Brognies, those are the first 2 that came to mind. Dwarves are on the mind, clearly. You block them out with this brand new debuff. And it's a new debuff, so maybe we're going to be seeing it. We're going to be seeing it on other champions. Who knows? Pretty cool. And then he's got a passive of his own. Whenever an enemy places a stun, sleep, freeze, fear, true fear, or provoke, we're used to this. These are the CC crowd control debuffs on this champ. Instantly will fill this champion's turn meter by 30%, place a 30% increased speed buff and a shield buff on this champ for 2 turns equal to 30% of this champion's max HP. Really cool stuff. Feel free to go into the index and look at this guy's stats. He's a lizard man, just hop in there. They're really good. And he's void. You love to see it. And then here we got accuracy in all battles by 80. Nutty. The only reason I don't love this aura is because once you're finishing page 7, part 7 of the missions, the Arbiter and now Ramantu missions, I think you're going to be pretty good on accuracy, having that great haul built up and all the good accuracy banners. But whatever. Cool. I wonder if you can pull him. Does anyone know? I'm sure it's released and I just don't know. Can you pull this guy from Void Shards? Can you do that? I don't know. The other big thing that happened, guys, was in the dungeons. I think anyone that's played the game today knows, even if you weren't keeping up with the news, but all the dungeons got an extra 5 stages except for Minotaur, which is funny because in 1 second this video is only going to be about Minotaur because that's literally all I did today. But wait 1 second for that. But yeah, so the keeps they used to be maxed out at stage 15, now they go to stage 20, and then the artifact dungeons, Dragon, Ice Golem, Fahrenheit, and Spider, they now go not just to stage 20, all the way up to stage 25. But I'm just going to show you the keeps because I actually have already cleared a brand new max dungeon, and it was at a really good speed run. Sorry, you can't see here, but look at this, guys. Only 12 minutes and 21 seconds. Is it the fastest time ever? Probably. Yeah, this is a remarkable time. I am the GOAT. Now, this is a shockingly slow time, but if you look here, it's so worth, even if I run this overnight, right? I get 30 multi-battles free to play, no raid pass. So 12 minutes, if we can't knock it down, which I'm assuming we will over time, that's 360 minutes, right? So that's 6 hours, but I sleep usually for at least 5 hours. So basically, the whole time I'm sleeping, I could run this overnight, and you get some really good chances. Look at that. I don't know why I clicked that. That's just showing what I already got. But you can't get lesser potions, only superior and greater potions. I have the numbers right here. Guys, if you want, I'll make a whole video where I include these numbers. But honestly, as I like to say, every content creator and their mother's already done that, but I can do it myself if you want to see it. I'll just make up the Excel sheet myself. But I've got a printout from Mind information here that I'm just going to read off. So if in the potion keeps at level 20, because if you're going to do it to be efficient and not just do it 15, go up to level 20, you've got pretty awesome chances. So the chance of getting superior potion, just any superior potion, is 33%. You've got 14% chance of getting 2 superior potions, 12.25% chance of getting 3, 8.75% chance of getting 4. That's awesome. And you can't get 1, so you're going to get at least 2 if in that 33% chance 1/3 of the time that you do in fact get superior potions. The other 2/3 of the time is a mix between greater potions. You can get anywhere from 2 to 6. So again, you can't get 1, which is really nice. And then there is a small chance, a 2.85% chance you get mystery shards, anywhere from 4 to 5. That's such a bummer, and I hate it. But even worse, also 0.5% chance to get ancient shards, just like we're used to, which is cool, fine, whatever. But the brews, man, it drives me crazy. 6.65% chance to get brews, but not brews, brew. You get 1 brew, and that is stinky. That is so dumb, and I hate it. But it's still super worth. You know, I've seen things going around on Discord and Reddit of people getting over 40 superior potions on 30 multi-battles. But for sure, you can feel comfortable that you're going to get, because you're going to get it 33% of the time. So on average, right, 1 in every 3. So 10 of those runs, you'll get superior potions, and you can't get less than 2. So I'd say minimum, you should hope you're going to get about 20 superior potions if you're running any of these keeps on stage 20, which is awesome. Then let's just hop into, let's just use Dragon's as an example for 2 reasons. Dragon's the most popular, but also I'm going to flex a little bit here, guys. For anyone who doesn't know, most of the time when I stream on Twitch, check me out, twitch.tv/FastidiousYT, YT as in YouTube. But I was on Twitch today for my daily, I have a tri-weekly, 3 times a week. I have a stream, and I do it on Thursdays. It's one of my days, and I was doing Dragon, seeing how far I could get on my account. And for anyone who doesn't know, I usually run my main account, not the YT account. They're both kind of my main accounts at this point, but my older account. However, 100% free to play. Everything I do, 100% free to play. No ifs, ands, or buts. And I'll put the screenshot up. I cleared stage 25 on my first try. I cleared all of them on my first try. Got stage 25 in, what is it? Let me get the exact time. You guys are already looking at it. Where is it here? 6 minutes and 12 seconds. I've actually done it about 30, 40 times now. I have yet to fail, and it's always been between like 6 minutes, 3 seconds and 6:40. So really consistent time. I'm not just trying to flex though. I want to give you guys hope that it's super doable. I mean, I had good champions here. You see I have 3 kind of top epics, but not like the godly epics, but very good ones. And I have 1 non-fusible legendary and then a fusible legendary in Brago. The non-fusible Smash Lord, who's a great cleanser, healer, good aura for the dungeons with 30% or 33% HP percentage. But yeah, nothing crazy, and it's super doable. I'm actually going to be working now. It was only my first day playing around with it. I've got enough good champions there, and of course, endless free-to-play champs. I bet you I can get something together. It'll be like a totally free-to-play friendly team that can take down stage 25, which should be really fun. So have hope. If you're low spender, or even if you're like me, free to play, you can do it. And that account is day 160, so you don't have to wait that long to be farming this. And now I'll get to the numbers. It's super worth. It's super worth. Let me read it out to you. Let's go to Dragon here. You have a, what is it? 33% chance. 33% chance. Actually, sorry, excuse me. 32% chance of getting epic gear. So it still could be 5 or 6 stars, but 1/3 of the time it's going to be epics. And then 12% or 13% of the time it's going to be legendary pieces. So what does that really sound like to me? 45% of the time. This is data mine stuff again. 45% of the time you're going to get non-rare gear, which is amazing. And that's kind of what I love to see. And then what does it come out to here? 1/3 of the time, it's going to be rank 6 gear. And of course, there's also still the chance at the Ancient Shard, but no Mystery Shards, no Brews, same as Dragon 20. That's really worth it. The chance, especially for us free-to-play, where you want to be as efficient as possible, the chance to not get rare gear later on in the game is really huge, because 5-star rare gear is just completely useless. 6-star rare gear, okay. But epic gear and legendary gear, that's what it's eventually all about. You love to see it. Enough of the game news, enough of all this stuff, enough of my mini flex. Let's talk about this account. So I mentioned it, but this account, what did I do? What did I do the past 24 hours? I did my daily quests, I did my advanced quests, and then I only farmed Minotaur. That is literally all I did. You see, I've used a chunk of gems. I used probably about 200 gems, maybe 5 energy refills worth, maybe between 4 and 6. I know I had a bit over 1,000 yesterday. I can't remember exactly. And then, yeah, there's other energy I picked up along the way. We used, I think, if not all, we used all of our clan energy. Actually, while I'm in here, how about we just claim all this stuff? And guys, don't be afraid to claim this and be worried that that you want to let it roll over to your inbox once clan versus clan is done. I'll show you in 1 second. I'm talking about the experience boost in particular, because it actually does. It's the one-time raid is nice and sends stuff straight to your inbox instead of using it right away. I wish with energy and XP boost and all that stuff from normal events and tournaments, you could just click it and then it would go straight to the inbox, but of course it means you use it right away, which is such a waste. Let's click all this stuff. We also had that update, guys. That's another way we got energy. But yeah, you have 2 days after you log in to use this stuff. You gotta, the arena tokens refill, the energy refill, and the extra claim muskie. So pretty cool. And look, our tokens are full as well. I've neglected arena another day. I'll admit it. But I neglected it for a good reason. Tons of masteries, and one of them we're gonna save it for last. Skull Crown. It's gonna be so huge. I was waiting for you guys, and it was really, really hard to wait. But where are we? So we worked on actually 5 champions. So Kale was in there because he's the one with the full masteries, as I showed you guys yesterday. But we worked on 5. I ended up actually taking out Apothecary and putting in Claude because I realized Apothecary's maxed out. Claude didn't make the run any slower, and this way he was due for some masteries, and he was getting some levels out of it. So he did get another level. But we've been leveling up really well. Look at this. Brogny's made 47 levels in just the Minotaur. I haven't trained him anywhere else. I haven't done any brews. Pretty good stuff. But let's start with Deke the Freak. He's right here. So Deacon, we talked a lot about him yesterday. I'm not really going to break it down too much, but let's throw some stuff out. So what do we got here? Evil Eye. I think this is a great choice for anyone who doesn't know. Evil Eye, it's dependent on whether it's dependent on the default skill of the champion you're putting it on, and it's different for single target default skills A1s and champions with AoE A1s, like the Skull Crowns of the world. But anyway, it decreases the target's turn meter when this champion hits them with the default skill for the first time. So the A1 for the first time decreases the turn meter by 20% for singles target skills, like Deacon, and then 5% for AoEs. So 5% over 4 in the arena. That's mostly where you'd use this kind of mastery. That comes out to the 4 opponents. If they're still up, times 5, that's 20%. So that's their way of kind of making it fair. But Deacon's single target, I still recommend it because he's going to be going fast. Maybe in arena, if he survives just a bit, he'll have time to just chop off a bit of a turn meter. And this is also really good on any champion, any debuffer that's already going to have a lot of accuracy, because you do need accuracy to land this. But enough talking about it. Let's unlock it. And look, we're very close actually to getting our final whatever this is, green, the tier 3 and tier 4, the green scroll masteries, and then we'll move on to the red scrolls. Guys, yesterday I said, remember to focus 1 down and then move on to the next 1 tree down to get your tier 6 thing, and then the next tree next. Of course, that's not possible because you can't start getting red scrolls till you max out your green scrolls. However, once you get your red scrolls, then you should do what I said. Get the most important one, go 1 by 1, don't fill in all the tier 5s before you get to your tier 6. If that makes sense. Anyway, who is next? We got Brogny. Brogny. We actually have enough for 2 more, right? Yeah, we can get 1 tier 3, which costs 80 green scrolls, and then 1 tier 4, which costs 120. So let's just take the 1 offense tree we're probably going to have to take. Single out. Less than 40%. That seems like a great choice, and that will be our choice. Yeah. Also, guys, Brogny, I mentioned that yesterday when I was like, we should take the offense tree because we're going to want to get War Master. It was the right thinking in that we're going to want the big PvE mastery when you're the bosses, or the clan boss especially, has a huge HP pool and you can proc for tons of damage. However, apparently, I was talking with people on stream today and on Discord, Giant Slayer, I don't know if this is on purpose, but Giant Slayer is actually the way to go with Brogny because of his passive. So his passive, let's just read through it really fast. Whenever an ally under a shield buff is attacked, reflects 25% of the damage inflicted on the shield back at the attacker. So apparently, like in the clan boss or with dungeon bosses, every time that damage is reflected from the shield, that counts as an individual hit, not by the wearer of the shield, but by Brogny, because it's his passive doing the work. So if you have five members of your 5 allies, 5 members on your clan boss team, that's 5 extra hits. So you actually do apparently want Giant Slayer, not War Master. So go for Giant Slayer. That's the multi-hitter one. The rule of thumb is if a champion's default skill is a triple hitter or more, then you want to do Giant Slayer. But in this case, because this is going to be proccing with clan boss, for example, particularly clan boss, every time he does his big AoEs, every turn he goes, you're going to get chances at Giant Slayer procs, which is very cool. I don't know if that's how they intended it, though, because if I also inquired about this, Brogny's shield, when it reflects this back with all these multiple hits that can proc Giant Slayer, apparently those don't count as multiple reflect damage hits against the Fire Knight to take down a shield, which is something I was really counting on and was very disappointed by. But yeah, do not go for War Master, at least until this is fixed, or if it's, I don't know if it's going to be fixed. Maybe it was intended this way. Go for Giant Slayer in the meantime. Save your free reset, you know? So with Brogny, I'll just tell you right now, we're going to go bring it down. Champs with higher max HP. With bosses, that's basically what it's about. Kill Streak, only because we need to then get to Giant Slayer. But here, now we make some decisions. Cyclomagic, I really don't like this mastery. I avoid it basically always, unless it's my only way of getting to lasting gifts. However, there's another way to do it, because we definitely are going to take Merciful Aid. Increases the amount of healing and the value of shield buffs placed by this champion by 15% if the target ally has a CC crowd control debuff. So we're going to take that right now. And that's really good because, of course, he picks up the shields. And then the other part of his passive, I just didn't read. The second part is he heals based off of when champions are taking damage into the shields while he's around. We probably then, for the next one, we will take this, Lore of Steel. Then we'll take Lasting Gifts because he puts out a ton of buffs with his A3. And then, yeah, we're eventually going to work down to Giant Slayer. And what's going to be our last one? I guess maybe Sniper? But it's only for debuff, so that won't help with the A2. It could help, though, for the HP burn. Maybe Sniper's the move for the HP burn, is what I'm thinking. Spirit Haste. Yeah, this is mostly for Resurrection champions. I don't know. All right, cool. It's coming together. Let's keep it moving. Sorry, guys, I don't want this to drag on. Let's go straight to Apothecary since his tree is similar. And Apothecary does, of course, I'm heading the same route, Kill Streak, and then Giant Slayer because he does have a triple hitter on his default skill, 3 or more hits. So Giant Slayer is an obvious choice, not for any weird passive reasons or anything. However, I did want to say, and I don't want to pretend about this, I might have made a mistake with Apothecary, and I did do a reset because I thought when I originally did this, it was a mistake, and then when I took Merciful Aid off, I was like, wait, was it a mistake to take it off? I'm not going to spend the gems, though. But I was thinking, let's go for Evil Eye, because we're going to always use him in Fire Knight, even to the late game. And we use him at least in Tag Team Arena, and we still use him a lot in Arena as it stands. So I was thinking Evil Eye would be good, so he puts out those hits. But now, guys, tell me if you know, does his default skill, his A1, the 3 random hitters, does that count as single target or AoE? It's more AoE, right? Because it's probably going to hit multiple people. But what if all 3 hits hit 1 target, like in the Fire Knight? How does that interact? If anyone knows, let me know in the comments, please. Hit me up on Discord, because I actually don't know. That was the one mistake. Of course, Lore of Steel makes sense. He's in Relentless for now, but even with it, you want every little bit extra of speed you can get. Then with Apothecary, we'll go Boom, and then Boom, like I said. I just realized, has my face been in the way? Sorry guys if my face was in the way. I won't be able to edit it since I record this in like a live scene. But yeah, okay, hopefully it all made enough sense. I even told myself before, don't do that. And then I think we're going to have to take Spirit Haste here. Master Hexer makes no sense. Of course, he puts out no debuffs. Sniper makes no sense. He puts out no debuffs. Gotta be Spirit Haste, right? Just to make him go fast if he's going to solo the end of a hard battle if we get lucky. And then do any of these, and then we'll take Methodical. So we'll take Methodical, Kill Streak, and then, yeah, Giant Slayer. We won't take Lasting Gifts because his only buff he puts out that he could extend is increased speed, and he's always the fastest or second fastest on the team. So most champions will have 100% uptime on increased speed. Actually, now that I say it, maybe when I run him with Deacon, Deacon will be faster. So that's something to consider. It will be Lasting Gifts or Methodical. TBD. Probably will be Methodical, though, because Deacon's fast enough as it is. If he goes half of a turn, essentially, 1 turn without the increased speed, I think we'll be A-okay. We also have Claude, so we have 2 increased speed champions. Keep it moving. Speaking of Claude, we haven't done his masteries at all yet. Definitely need to take this tree, get the max HP. He doesn't have any debuffs besides his decreased crit on the A1, which I don't really care about. Increased value of shields, absolutely. And then what do we got here? Increased value of heals from his passive. You're going to want that too. Now, the big question with Claude is, do you go defense or offense? Defense is more for like PvP content stuff. Offense is more for PvE. It's hard. This is actually really hard. On my main account, I have him in with defense and support because I run him in my main arena team in Gold 4. Here, I don't know since we have Brogni. Brogni's probably going to be our tank in the arena when we need him. I'm going to leave this open. It's always nice to leave 1 or 2 open as well because you're going to have that unlock a mastery advanced quest once in a while anyway. So always keep 1 or 2 unlocked so you don't have to run Minotaur when you don't want to. I've already done a bit with Deacon. You see I grabbed Lore of Steel, which is huge because he's in 2 perception sets and a speed set. So all these are base stat sets, so they all improve. His speed went up by 3, which is really nice. His accuracy went up by, I don't know what, 12 maybe, something like that. Pretty good stuff. And then what else do we got? So now it's decision time. How are we going to fill this out? Rapid response, he puts out no buffs. I mentioned the thing with Arcane Celerity. I'm convinced that that's not the right choice and it won't work. So it has to be one of these. Shadow Heal, that's a choice. Heal when the other team, when your enemies heal themselves. Don't care about this one. I don't imagine him killing many enemy targets. Wisdom of Battle is interesting. 30% chance of placing a block debuffs on this champion for 1 turn when stunned, sleep, fear, true fear, or freeze. I'd say let's roll with Wisdom of Battle probably because in the chances we're CC'd like against mobs in the dungeons or Doom Tower or something like this, we want him coming back around as fast as possible and then not getting CC'd again. So I'll take Wisdom of Battle. I think that's a nice one for him right there. What was I gonna say? Yeah, let's keep it moving. Claude we're skipping, and now the lady of the hour. Why am I so excited? Well, you see, we've been farming aggressively. She was already in the lead before we started this crazy Minotaur bonanza, this Minotaur extravaganza, this Minotaur, I don't know, raiding spree the past 2 days. So she's actually the one who already we have a chance to unlock a tier 5 mastery. It takes 200 of these red scrolls, and it's all about retribution, man. So this is where I'm breaking that rule where I said once you get to the red scrolls, pick one tree and go right down to the tier 6 you want. So the tier 6 we want for her is Helm Smasher, of course. Helps her hit a lot harder, ignore defense. But this is an exception to the rule, guys, because retribution on Skullcrown is enormous. Skullcrown, Sinesha, any of these guys with the A1 that hits super hard, retribution's huge, especially since she's so squishy. She's always losing 25% of her max HP, 25% of her max HP or more from enemy skills because she gets hit so hard. So 50% chance basically every time she gets hit in the arena, at least at the beginning of fights, to counterattack. On top of the Avenging set and eventually on top of the deterrence we're going to get. So this is a must. This is an absolute must. This is going to be such an immediate power boost. You guys might even see it already when we demo Arena in this video. Perfect transition. Let's just demo Arena in this video. Why not? Let's get into it. Oh, quick check-in on Elegaeus, level 31. She's going up slow and steady. I actually don't think any of you guys bet on how long it would take, which made me kind of sad, I'll be honest. But my bet was 23 days. I think we're at about 6 days now. So I think I probably will be a little low. I think it's going to be closer to a month. But let's see. We'll see. Anything to buy here? Nope. Hop in the arena. Let's get to it. Doom Tower also unlocked, guys, and I already cleared the first 10 stages. It was pretty easy. Secret Room. I think this is a total rerun of the first Doom Tower that we had the first 2 or 3 months, which is much easier than the most recent one we had last month. So I'd say we have a decent shot, especially now that we have 2 good shield champions in Brogni and in Claude to deal with the Scarab King. The big issue on this one, with our account, since we don't have a cleanser, will very likely, I mean, we have Brogni who has like a single debuff cleanse, which isn't going to cut it. We're going to have a lot of trouble against the Nether Spider on this account. So I don't think we're clearing normal Doom Tower this month, but who knows? Don't let your dreams be dreams. All right, Arena. Classic Arena. So the defense has been performing well. Well, you can't really see here. Why are they only showing me 7 battles? What a waste. Offense, I've been kind of lazy. You see I had a nice little run, and then I stopped caring. I just had to use up tokens. But we're maxed. We got to get a battle in. What do we got? Let's try this team with the Robar. This was from Advanced Quest, right? To use someone from one faction. So whenever I get that, I just throw out a single person. We don't have any factions that can take on anyone else yet. Where's the rest of the team? Kale and then Deacon. I like this setup. Just the way it looks good. We want it actually like this with the 2 nukers in the middle. All right, look at that, 120k. That number is actually a lot more because now that Yoshi's fully ascended, he got his accuracy banner on, and I plus 16'd it. So pretty cool. Pretty cool with Yoshi getting a lot stronger. Look at that, AoE. No one's resisting that with all his accuracy now. There's Deacon slowing him down. AoE, we landed it. Now we're going to slap him around. Nice and easy. We didn't even need Skullcrown. Let's do a few fights, though. This looks like a hard one. Let's try this one. Here we go. Speed ourselves up. Slow him down. Give me some AoE action. Only landed 2. We got 2 weak hits on both magic heroes. It's hard to see. And we got resisted by Yorg. That's a bummer, but I think we'll be okay. Yeah, we're going to be A-okay. Sweet. Let's do the quadruple hitter. The team's looking good, guys. It's looking better by the day. I hope you guys are seeing the improvement. I'm definitely seeing it, but then again, I'm fighting with this team every day. I think we're nearly ready for Silver 4. I think if I pushed it any of these days, we could just make it, but I want to get there once I think we're going to be able to hang and be successful. And it's even in Silver 3, it's still hard to get wins all the time. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we lose any of the battles I'm clicking on here. Maybe not that first one. I had a feeling we'd win that first one. Let's see. We slowed down their Yoshi. I would love to go before their Yoshi. And let's make sure we fear him before he fears us. Yes, we popped him. That's what you love to see. We poofed him. We're on a little run. Let's just keep going until we lose. What do you say? What do you say? Let's try this this team right here with the Armina. So as long as they don't basically totally cleave us and we never get to go, which is super possible, it shouldn't be too hard to take out Talia and Armina. Look at that. There it is, guys. I mean, that could have been from Retribution or that could have been from Avenging. But basically, we have a much, much better chance. Whenever we're hit with a crit, we have easily like a 60+% chance. I can get the exact numbers. I can do the math for next time. But such a high chance that she's going to be counterattacking all the time, and you just love to see it. Let's throw that out, and then I think Kale's just going to boosh him. Oh, he doesn't get to go. But look, another counterattack proc. Before Skullcrown even goes, she killed 2 people. That's what it's all about, man. Immediate power boost. Immediate power boost. It's so cool. Let's just keep going. Let's just go till we lose. Let's try the hardest team. Maybe this will be our loss. They got 2 increased attack champions, though, so if Yoshi can go, we should get some AoE action. I think Yoshi might be able to go right here. Let's see. Yeah, okay, we should get some AoE. Yep, none resisted. Let's get a big boof. Nice boof, and now we need a huge one. We need to kill the Gore Grab or else we might lose. And we did. Guys, this is a run. This is a run. How many is that in a row? How many are we at? How many are we at? 5 in a row? Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. Let's try this one. Another Yoshi. We got to be faster than this guy. Or at least have Deacon slow him down so we can cut in. There they go. But we resisted. Wow, so he clearly didn't book his Yoshi. That's why you might want to consider booking your Yoshi if you can, because it makes a huge difference. Look, another counterattack proc. It's nuts. And look how hard she hits, man. It's crazy. It's not even fair. This is why she's so OP. This is why everyone goes nuts like I did when you get a Skull Crown. Yeah, we got to keep going. Just keep going. I'm going to save this team for the end and this team, because these look like potential losses. Let's try this one with the Scartosis. If they're fast enough, this team should definitely beat us. They are faster. It's going to be hard. Yeah, we're going to get poofed. What was that? Oh, geez. I always forget that Ray has this remove buff. So that's our loss. It's a nice run. What was it, 6 in a row? We love to see it. Guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Fastidious, and I am also very close to 500 subscribers. So if you haven't subscribed yet, guys, please do. At the time of filming, we're 35 subs away. I'd love to get to 500. It's free to play. It's free to click. Anyway, guys, I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching.
Fastidious.